You are watching Kit Kabinet, and this is the inbox review of the Revell Hawker Hunter Mk.6 in 1/72 scale. The Revell Hunter Mk.6. This kit has also been released as the FGA.9. It's basically the same kit except for a small sprue. I'll point that out in a minute. Let's have a look inside. Here we have the main fuselage sprue. The tailpipe has already come off. It goes here. And it's a nice tailpipe, by the way. It has some interior detail here. Let's have a look at the rest of the kit. Now sometimes it can go two ways with a Revell. That either their kits are like a total howler or a complete winner, and this one is quite the winner. We have some very nice recessed panel lining here. We have a nicely detailed cockpit here as well. The gun pack with the nose wheel interior bay looking very good. And everything seems to be in order here. We've got the undercarriage legs, a little bit of flash here, but that can be solved. And we have a very nice instrument panel with all the dials and meters in raised detail. The wings equally beautifully molded, recessed panel lines here. The wheelbase look very nice. Yeah, there's one thing. These slat things that go to the front of the wing here. And you look at the other side, there are some, let's see if we can get this into focus because it's very light, but it is noticeable. They have some sink marks here. It's a bit of a shame, but with some Mr. Surfacer or with some putty you can fix that quite nicely. It's not too bad. Another thing though, one thing about the wings, and that is that the intakes don't have any interior. So if you look into the kit intakes, you just see like plastic fuselage, but no real proper intake tunnels. So there's a thing that you could improve on by making some of these tunnels, these intake walls with some plastic card. Okay, here we have a weapons and a tail section and a part of the ejection seat. Now this part, this sprue, is different from the FGA.9 version, where you get different missiles. I believe they have Matra missiles. These are sidewinders, of course. And yeah, looking at the detail, the ejection seat looks very nice. Unfortunately, there's a small sink mark here, right at the top, so that would be visible. And with the detail, it is not the easiest fix. But on the whole it looks very nice. Got a couple of more stores, some fuel tanks here. The transparencies, they're looking very good. There's very little distortion and they're very clear. So that looks good. The decal sheet, yeah, looking very nice. We have some common markings here, like your stenciling, etc., and also the instrument panels here. Now the decals for the instrument panels are a bit oversized if you compare it. So yeah, you can see that the decals are a bit too big for the parts themselves, and also the parts are detailed. They have raised detail. Now you can do this trick by cutting your decal to size and then use lots of decal softener and press your decal onto the raised detail. Sometimes that will work. It's however a bit tricky to align all the dials and everything with the raised detail, so that's a bit of a thing. But the decals are very nice, but the raised detail is very nice as well, so it's basically your choice whether you want to use the decals or just paint the raised detail. There are also some stencils for the Sidewinder missiles, and of course we have here the very nice Dutch decals. Nicely enregistered, the colors look very good, so great stuff there. We have some Southern Dutch decals here and some alternative decals for a couple of British versions. The instruction sheet, it's a bit big to get it into frame, but we have a story in German, we have a story in English, and yeah, your usual safety blah blah blah. Your colors, your sprue map, and well, your building instructions, which are very clear and very elaborate. So that's looking very nice. Choices in stores, whether you want to mount the sidewinders, and your markings, the Brits, the Dutchies, and the Belgian version. So, all in all, a very nice kit, except for the intake interior, if you want to add that. A couple of sink marks in the wings and on the ejection seat, but those are really the only problems. This Mk.6 version is a bit trickier to come by than the FGA.9 version, but if you find it and you like hunters, by all means get one.
Dat is een mooi geluid, hoor. Dat is echt mooi, die Blue Note.